Doing great. If you're just jumping in here, welcome. Getting things kind of set up here a little bit. Hope you're having a good evening. So I kind of, I really didn't have nothing really scheduled. I already sent out, I edited a video for you guys today. So that's already posted. So, but I jumped on here. I thought, well, if I see anybody got any questions, garage door, young bucks, life, anything, anything I can help with. I just thought I would jump on here for a few minutes, like I said, see if we got, if you get some questions, go ahead and ask them. If you don't mind, hit the like button. It just helps bring more people in while we're here. But otherwise, kind of my question was, when I was talking to, I was thinking about Ben, and I was thinking to myself about, the man doors. I was thinking about man doors. And I kept thinking, do you guys do any man doors? Does anybody that follows me, any of my subscribers, do man doors? And I mean, it could be sliding doors, on a house, the glass sliding doors for the back patio or porch or deck. It could be, something in between a garage door or the garage and the house, man door, service door. I don't think they get called much else than that. Do they get anything else called than that? Well, like I said, hey, while you guys are here, if you don't mind, just hit that like button. It just helps bring people in before you leave. But anywho, I was thinking about that. And then, what's up? What do we got here? We got Bradley. He says hi. Hi, Bradley. I hope you're doing great. Thank you for being here. Do you do any kind of service? If you do anything, like I said, don't be afraid to ask. I'm here to help for the garage door folks or business. But like I said, I was thinking about the man doors, and I thought, I never asked about man doors. Now I'm going to tell you what was that. What? Stubbed? What's up, Jerry? So, I was thinking, oh, dang, man. Undead says I'm on a tornado watch. Whereabouts are you at with the tornado watch? I know there was some down, I thought, in Iowa yesterday. Is what my stepdad was telling me when we were watching the news a little bit. They were getting kind of hammered, I think, over in that area. So, all support. Love it. I'm on so like I said, that's crazy, man. Tornadoes are no joke. I don't know if there's anything that really, like a volcano, that might be the worst. I don't know. I've never been in some high winds. We're going to have some high winds up here in Michigan. Today was actually a very windy day too. It was really weird. It started out cool, pretty nice, but windy. Kind of that point where like the wind was like too much. And then it turned into like this afternoon, it was muggy. It was actually hot. I was like, man, this sucks. It was like, it's almost like you had to turn the AC on. Now it's actually cooled down pretty good. Nice wind, feels good. Tulsa. Okay. That's cool. What's up, Mr. Tanner? How you doing tonight? Let's see. What you got? I know just much messing around. I will for the right customer. Gotcha. Right customer, but like one door every few years. Call a buddy who does handyman work, win-win. I get a garage door and he gets the work. That's cool. That's awesome. And yes, we got some bad weather, but Nebraska got hit hard. Dang, man. Complete neighborhood's gone, man. Holy cow. Oh, we'll have to make sure they're in our blessings tonight. Holy cow, man. That's horrible. That's one thing that's really nice. I mean, we do get some storms, but up here in Michigan, we typically don't lose houses, which is really nice because what a mess, man. The infrastructure, getting it rebuilt, insurance is a stinking nightmare nowadays. I don't wish that upon anybody. The whole insurance gig. Just a reminder for some of you. We should all do this. I should do this myself, right? Make sure you check on your insurance plans. You know what I mean? There's a lot of fine print. And we get insurance, right? And we just go, oh, we're good and we're covered, right? Now, I did this as a young man. I might have mentioned this before, but I remember I ended up, you know, I burnt my garage down, you know, years ago, very, very many years ago. And it was only covered for $10,000. And I thought that was a lot of money. And come to find out, it wasn't enough. My lowest bid to rebuild my garage again was $32,000. Two of the other estimates came in at $36,000. What a mess. What a mess. And the worst part was is I had the guy that like owned the it was, I think it was Farm Bureau that owned it, came out and looked at it, and he walked around, he looked inside, and he's like, you should be good with $10,000. I was a young chap. I didn't know anything about construction. I was working at a shop at that time. Man, I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe my garage burned down and $10,000. So basically I had to rebuild it by myself. You know what I mean? With my uncle, he helped. He was a huge help, actually. So it wasn't completely by myself. But I couldn't get dumpsters. I had to burn all the wood. I had to sort stuff through garbage and take it to the landfill. It was not fun, man. Mile wide. Wow. Holy cow. That was a mile wide tornado. Wow, man, dude, that's crazy. It's weird because I don't see a lot of it because, well, I don't know. I don't know why I don't. I guess because I don't know if it's because I don't watch the TV. I only see it when I go to my stepdad's, and I sit on his bed and we sit there and we chat, and you know, he sits on his rocker and we'll chit chat. But dang, dude, that's crazy. A mile wide tornado. So those man doors. Those man doors. I'm still thinking about those man doors. I do not like doing man doors. I do not like them at all. They have way too much, I call it human interaction. I'd rather do a garage door. I can manipulate a garage door way more than I can manipulate a man door. Man doors, I look at it, it's all human operation. It's human push, it's human pull. Weather seal, you know, if it's tweaked, the framing. I mean, I really think garage doors are easier. I'm just being honest with you. So it's just something to keep in mind that if you're like, I'm going to get into the man door game, like I said, and it's, you know, if the money's there, yeah. Problem was for me, it was really hard because like when you go to, you know, this place right here, that place, you can barely see it. I go there and they charge like, I think they're 100. I thought you were gonna fall. You scared me. I think they charge like 180 bucks now. And so in a nutshell, right, you would double it. Really, you need to charge more because you're gonna be there for a while. And I remember when I tore out and there was no header like above. And I mean, it was like hollow and drywall. And I'm like, like, what do I do? I'm like, I want to do this, like, you know, and I'm like, oh, the other door lasted this many years. It just seems like there's a lot more, there's not so much forgiveness. I almost think I'd rather do a roof, honestly. It's more money, of course, but it's hard work, don't get me wrong. But I don't know. This, the man doors, it's just too much touchy. You know, a garage door I can manipulate, I can push it, power it through with an opener or whatnot. Tulsa, the work, and yes, get some bad weather, but oh, Nebraska got hit hard. Yes, I got that one. Havers, mild wide. Did you get bad weather? We didn't get no bad weather. We're up here in Muskegon, Michigan, and we got some wind, but we didn't get nothing destructive. It's really weird because around my area, it's really crazy because where my one house is, like, we hardly ever lose power. You know what I mean? And we had big snowstorms, and I was like all prepared, like, oh yeah, it's coming, baby, it's coming, we're coming. We're gonna lose power. Didn't lose power all winter long, and then we get one storm that they don't even really predict that's gonna be that bad. And was that the wind one? I think it was the wind. It was just blustery, right? Nothing real bad, and boom, power's out for like darn near a day. And it was like, holy cow, man. And it's like, for whatever reason or whatever line we're on, they're really good about getting it up. I don't know if it's because there's like a cell tower not too far away and they got that powers that too. And they, you know, so that's why ours is kind of like top priority. But I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, it's like we had all this snow, all this crazy weather, and now we get one little windstorm and we lost power for a day. This is ridiculous. Honestly, I can put a 9x7 faster than a. That's what Tanner says on the man doors. Yeah, I would agree, man. I can. there's just so many things I feel like that are forgiving on a man door versus a garage door. Um, it's probably like windows. Windows has got to be. I've done windows for like houses and rentals and stuff like that, but I've never done it professionally, like installed. And man, I couldn't imagine being a window installer and like you gotta go in like people's bedrooms and I worked for a mattress place for like one day, and it was I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It was we were moving big, and the guy I was working with, he was a big brute guy, and he didn't want to help. So he was like, "You should be able to grab that." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm like half the size of you." And then you're like expected to go up stairways with like pictures on the walls, and I'm like, "Dude, I'm not pushing this thing up." You know how mattresses are, especially when they're really big. They're all flimsy. The big ones, the top cushion part, whatever you call it. The box spring's not so bad because it's stiff, but yeah, they needed a CDL driver, and I remember the guys like and the worst part was at the end of the day, and this is one of those things why you want to be kind of nice to people, I guess. But anyways, the guy I was working with today, he was going on a vacation, so they really wanted me because I had my CDL, and he goes, the guy tells me, he goes, "You coming back tomorrow?" I said probably not, and he goes, "Well," he says, "if you do," he says, "you're gonna have to ride with me and show me what you got." I'm like, "Show you what I got? Like what? I mean, like, okay, I'm not 12." And the guy was just real harsh about it, and I thought, yeah, I'm good. Like, I don't need to be around this. So, but anywho, like I said, if you guys have any questions, I seen somebody actually I might go talk to. I might sneak over and go talk to him here, like I said. But I just figured I'd jump on here for a minute. I was just out and about running some errands and all that good stuff, just thinking about you guys. Hope you're doing good today. Hope Mr. Tanner, the baby's doing good. They're always fun. That's a cool picture, though. That was a cool picture, Tanner. I loved that picture. That was a cool picture of the kid with the shirt. That was awesome. That's pretty sweet. What's up, Mr. Josh? See Josh Myers. Sup, Dave? Look at that. Sup. Question for you. All right, let's go. And chat. Ooh, like that. I like how you said that. Doing a retrofit. Come on, say it right. I got a little bit of sore on my lip somewhere. From hollow tube to solid shaft. Hollow tube to solid shaft. Okay. Bought the solid with a quarter key and coupling for the center. Got my 2 center brackets. Do I need to change out? Tanner must have got on somebody. Center bracket. Do I need to change out bracket? Come on, Tanner, help me out with this one. I want to see this one. I want to see what you did. Oh, look at that. No kidding. Yeah, we'll get that one. I'll do that. Boom. That was kind of cool. I could see it. I don't know if I went over. That was pretty sweet. Outside brackets. Bracketa. Huh. Tanner, what do you got on this? So when I'm thinking the brackets, I'm thinking, are you talking about the spring pad? Let me read this again. Because, see, I was just talking to, who was I talking to about this? I think I was talking to Josh. And, hi. Is it Vina? I would say no. They are just end bearing brackets. See, here's my concern. And maybe I'm reading it wrong. Okay, so if you're going from hollow tube to solid shaft, solid with quarter coupling for center, got two center brackets. Do I need to change the outer bracket? I don't think so. Not on the outer bracket. Because you got to remember, like, depending on what you're trying to do, I was told by the manufacturer that the drums can stay, but the bearing plates, I'm not sure about. The bearing plates. So the end bearing plates, shouldn't change. You know, if you're talking about the very ends of the doors, or if you are talking spring bracket, no, you just got to switch out the shaft and keep the original spring, just changing the shaft. Yeah, because there's a couple things. So Josh, the big thing is, what size door is this? Is this a commercial door or is this a residential door? You know, what size is it? Is it something like it just got like oopsie? You know, or you're trying to accomplish something with this solid shaft? Was it just you just got it, or you know, because that's going to change things. Because in my head, I'm going, if you're going commercial, because planning on keeping original springs, yeah, the springs shouldn't be a problem. They should all be 1 inch. See, it's more or less when you, Kevin, he says end bearings would only change if there were changing to a bigger drum. True, right? Because we're talking about the diameter of the drum. If it gets bigger, it's got to be stepped away from the wall. Changing it to put on a jack shoulder on it. Yes, that's the question. Okay, so he's got, it's 10 wide by 12 tall, 4 foot of high lift. All right, that's changing the dynamics of things here. So why are we doing this? Why are we putting this shaft on here? Are you putting a jack shaft opener on there? Is that the reason? Because you can't do it with a hollow shaft. Yes, I'm putting the maxi jack shaft. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so Josh, didn't I make a video for you? Josh, are you the one that calls me? Am I the, is it, I don't know what your last name is. I think I did a little bit of a video on it. So the big thing is, let me kind of address it, right? You got to remember, you know, when I think of a hollow shaft, wouldn't you want to new key drums as well? So that is the thing. But I'm assuming the drums already have keys in them. I'm assuming, being commercial, they should. What's up, Josh? I thought you already did this, man. I tried getting back with you. You never got back to me. You want me to come down there? I'll come down there and do it with you. It's not that bad. We're going to need 4 keys. Oh, wait. We might need, let's say we want 6 keys. We want 6 keys. We want the 2 shafts, or we're going to cut 1. We need a center coupler, adjustable center coupler. We want 2 spring brackets. The drums, though, the drums shouldn't matter. Or not the drums, but the end bearing plate should be fine. Those should be fine. You know, as long as we're not changing the drums, like the guys were saying. Then no, I wouldn't change anything but the shaft. Surf spring is just dragging on getting my 16 tooth sprocket. Huh. Really? Why is the sprocket? Why is the sprocket? I'm just curious. Like, doesn't the maxi, whatever they call this, I feel like it's a maxi pad is what it sounds like to me. Doesn't the maxi come with a sprocket? Like, kind of like the, you know, like a MJ or a J. Is not the right one. Too fast. Just makes you wonder. Doesn't come with it. What the flippy flops? Does it come with any kind of sprocket? I mean, they shorten the sprockets now too, boys. Jeez, what is this world coming to? Oh shoot, here we go. Tanner's in the house. He's got something. Says, oh yes, the drums need to be keyed, but mine come keyed all the time. I agree, mine come keyed too. Josh, are your drums keyed? Everybody wants to know, are the drums keyed? What you need to do is you need to make sure you take pictures. You need to send me pictures. Pictures. Take a video. I just take video. It's just easier, and I can screenshot out of stuff. I'm gonna eventually, you're gonna see me. I'm gonna have one of those cameras on my head. Oh yes, those coming keyed. House chef, but Maxi should come with both sprockets. Mine do. What the heck? Did Josh get... Josh, did you tear the box apart? I'm just messing. How much should I charge on parts? How much should I charge on parts? Chad, I don't know what we're talking about. How much we should charge on parts. I had to get back to the manual. Sprocket is sold separately to change speed settings. Oh, I gotcha. I'll take a video for you and post it as a repost to the vid. That's fine. Like you said, or just send it to me. Or I don't know what's the best way. It's always weird. Like if you ever want to make videos, like I have to use actually YouTube. Like I have to download it to YouTube so then I can share it to somebody. Because like if you take too long, like I don't know how too long is. It's just like if you try to email it, it's ridiculous. Josh says I'll take a video, post it. Bro, he says I went in on it. You'll do all right. You'll do fine. Like I said, I'm interested to see it. I really am. It's gonna be pretty sweet. Wonder what size chain they're running on those. They're running like a 40 or 41 chain on those. I don't know. The opener asked what kind of drums your door has and what type of door, standard, radius, high lift, or strength, vertical lift, or operated decides the speed and how it operates. Well, what the flippy flop? I thought these motors were DCs now, right? I mean, that's always been the thing in my head. I go, if we're gonna go to DC, I thought about this a long time. It just came to my head right now. I went, where is the variable speed inside the opener? You know what I mean? Like, how sweet would that be able to have like a variable speed where you could set it to how fast that thing goes? Why can't we have these things? I just want options and lots of them. It's going to cost you another $40. I'm still beside myself on that. Because what'd you say, Josh? It was something that says had to go back to the manual sprocket is sold separately. What the heck is a manual sprocket? That's bogus, man. Like, I mean, it doesn't sound like your door is weird. 41, I believe, Tanner says. And yes, they are DC operated, and it decides on the speed based on the info you give it. Ooh. So can we manipulate it? Have you tried that, Tanner? Have you punched in some stuff, or is it going to freak out? Because I have a feeling it might freak out what we tell it, and then it feels the load of the door. Huh. I mean, if they're going to take our disconnects away, I feel like we should have variable speed, especially being a DC. DCs are a lot easier to do that with than AC. At least I think. I'm not an electrical engineer, but that's just what kind of crosses my mind. Yeah, shoot, Josh. Heck, I thought you were already... I figured by the time I messaged you, I figured you were like, shoot, that was the morning time. I'm sorry. I was busy. I was out enjoying sunshine, digging holes. That's why I didn't respond right away. I seen it. I was like, oh. Kind of is what it is. Some of you might not know. Josh is my... Josh, can I tell him about the Spark? I love the Spark. I'm so bummed. You still got the Spark? I hope you still got the Spark. Josh is like my hero on that stuff. He he was doing a big old commercial job out of a little car. Now he's moved up. Now he's with the big boys. What's up? Is it Gallo at the last? I can't read the first one, man. I'll mess that all up. Installed my new LiftMaster DC opener on a 10x10 rolling steel about a week ago. Was easy install and super quiet. Liked it. Nice. So I don't know if, can anybody tell me, are they sunsetting like the MJ and the J, and they're gonna make us just all have to use these Maxi? Is it Maxi or Maximum? It's back in here somewhere. Maximum. Or are we gonna be able to just keep on ordering the J's, the MJs, or are they gonna sunset those? That's what's concerning me. Because I don't know if we got all these figured out. Is it Maximum? Maximum? Like Spartan? I feel like they just need to change it. Like, you know, we had Microsoft 8, what is it, Microsoft 7, you know, Microsoft 10. If we just stick with something like that, instead of all these different names, all these things. Says the opener had settings for everything. Did it have settings to turn it down? Or do you gotta like program it in? I'm gonna have to play with one of these. I haven't seen one at the shop yet, so I don't think the guys are doing it quite yet. I hope they work good. I hope they don't have problems. But man, just doing something like that, DC and all that. What do you mean, Tanner? What do you mean, nope, only Maximum? Does that mean like they're sunsetting the MJ and J? Is that what's happening? Because that's typically what LiftMaster does. They don't give you like that option. Like we're gonna keep this around for a while, make sure everything, you know, give it like a year or two. You know what I mean? Normally it's just like when they did the ATS to me, and I was like, I remember like I bought like a skid of them because I was like, what? We're not gonna be able to get them anymore? And I'm like, no. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like, I still do a lot of stuff for the Hamish. And I remember like I was going to certain customers' houses and I was like cheating. I was putting 7-foot rails on an ATS, not the W, the old school. Oh man, finally somebody. Mr. Sky, how are you doing? Thanks for the cheers. Josh says, I'm putting 3 in at the end of May. You're welcome to come to the party. Oh, nice. I might take you up on that. I appreciate that, Josh. Like I said, just let me know. Remind me. I'll see where I'm at. See what's in the old schedule, because I'm curious. I hope they're everything, you know, better than butter and bread. But boy, I don't know. And then I think somebody sent me the videos, which was good. Josh says, that's the word on the street. The Maximum line is going to be the commercial line in next 3 years. Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know about it. Like I said, I'm still on the fence about it. Serious, I bet your time in. I've built your time in already. Oh man, reminds me of when I was in the field a lot. You know, the workers that I always remember. My one guy would work me, and he'd always tell me, he goes, He goes, you ain't worth a crap. And I said, well, what? And he goes, you're always on the phone. And I said, I told you, man. I said, when I got to be the secretary, I said, and you guys know, if you're the frontline people, you know how it is. I mean, it's like this, and then you got to call the vendor, and then you got to get a number, and then you got to change this, and then you got to figure out what this was, and then you got to make sure this is going to be delivered on time. There is so much that goes on behind the scenes that people just don't. That's why I love it, because like Cap now, I mean, the conversations we have, he's like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, yeah, it's not just, oh, you're sitting in the office, must be nice. As far as my rep from Service Spring, huh? Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, Kevin, it's good to see you. Yeah, I've heard everything 6 months is the plan to discontinue. Oh, Elaine, you guys are just breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart. So has anybody had any callbacks on these yet? Or heard of anybody having callbacks? Like, is there any glitches that we know about that are kind of, I mean, even if it's just a one time, just to have a heads up, because it's kind of like, like the J's and stuff like that, like the switches, if you had them in the wrong positions, those got a little goofy once in a while if you didn't have it on the right toggle. Circuit boards were obviously always. And was I the only one? Like, I always I always had to replace both circuit boards. Like, that's what they always seemed like they recommended. Sometimes we diagnosed it to one of those relays in the back, and I would chance it, but I think it was like I ordered both, and I was like, please, please, please don't like zap it or do something weird, and I have to order both, and I just did the back one, and I was like, cool. I was like, well, we'll just save this one in case something else goes on another unit, And I could never find a good way to keep those things. People, I mean, I had it all the time, people, well, you're supposed to carry circuit boards. I'm like, carry circuit board? I'm like, we deal with LiftMaster, we deal with Genie. And then it's like, you ever see a circuit board, like when it lays down and it rubs, like all those solder points wear through the plastic, and you're just like, and it tells you not to put any static. And I'm like, man, what do I buy? Like one of those, like a rifle case or a Pella thing or something for it to be cushy and beautiful and dry, and put little dry packs in there. It's like just a pain. What's up, Mr. Rob? Oh man, this is my boss bought 4 skids of each Logic 5s. Wow. Trolley single and 3-phase. Hoist single 3. We won't install those Maxes for a while. I love it, man. That's awesome. That's something I would do. If we're kind of big into the Genies. Like I said, we got some of the LiftMaster there too. But oh boy, I haven't heard nothing from Cap on it yet. Like I said, might have to go down there, hang out with Josh for a day, and see what they're like. Cause I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope they work out good for everybody. I think that's funny though. Boss bottom. I just wish they'd put more time into it. But I don't know how their assembly lines are. Has anybody ever gotten a tour of LiftMaster? Has anybody? Because I never have. Because as far as I know, in the book and that, it says, made in Mexico. I think are they still made in Mexico? Come to think of it, I don't even know where Genies are actually. Genies what? I don't know what Genie says. Are they made in China? I mean, everything's got China stuff in it, it seems like. Especially if it's circuit boards and stuff like that. Well, that maybe Japan, I don't know. Crazy though. Crazy. I'd spin the camera off because there's a cute little car. I don't know, maybe even, oh no, I don't know what it is. All right, guys. I'm not going to stand here too much longer. Like I said, I want to go chat. I see somebody over there. A LiftMaster is made in Japan and assembled in Mexico. Oh. Well, that's kind of nice. I mean, as far as I know, Japan makes good stuff, at least vehicle-wise. But the Mexico, oh, the quality stuff goes kind of down, you know. Yeah, our company bought a semi-trailer of 5s and ran out about a month ago. Dang. And we can no longer get the Logic 5s. Dang. Can get another supplier, but Maxi is all new commercial standard opener set. Genie is China. China. It doesn't surprise me. That's what it kind of seems like, feels like. You know, we got Power Master. I wonder if Power Master. Not too many people deal with Power Master. I feel like we should give Power Master some more support. I really do. If it wasn't, thing is, you got to buy kind of like bulk. Because if you try to onesie twosie it, but it's kind of weird. Like you get roped into this because sometimes it's hard. We installed a Genie not too long ago. I remember the guy comes and he's like, "Is that my cue?" I'm like, "No, that's not my cue." I'm like, "We can like find a way to make it work," but I was like, he's like, "Oh," he's like, "because other people, the managers or something, use it on their phones to either track employees or something. I don't know what they were doing. Make sure they weren't open during winter time or something." Up for 700 pounds and 1200 to 22 doors. Hanging weight. Wow. Wow. That's supposedly the new DC. I don't know. I just don't know. Like I said, I hope they work out really good. I just, you know, it's always one of those things that the question that always comes to me is like, like the sales guy, right? That was retiring. This was quite a few years ago. And he told me, he says, he goes, "You know why they're going to DC, right?" I'm like, "I don't know, soft start, soft open, whatever." And he goes, "No." He goes, "They're cheaper to make." And, you think about it, right? I think you guys have mentioned too that they feel really light compared to the other ones, which is nice, right? I mean, all about like that's nice. They don't have to lift up a big old monster and, use a scissor lift and a, ratchet strap and all that. But I don't know, those few openers I have done and the ones I've replaced and repaired that were the LiftMaster DC motor, I don't know if they just start getting weak. And then what it was is they were running off the battery. So now the battery, if the battery's weak, and then if you get one battery that's bad and then the other battery's still good, like I'm talking on a gate operator, it just was a pain in the butt. You know what I mean? It was like, especially when you deal like in the cold, you know what I mean? Like if you're in a freezer or whatever, I mean, it's just a pole barn that's just, no heat. What's this guy got? The better toys and electronics come from Japan. I've had Japan-made AFM radio that ran a 1, and the ones from China run out of 4 batteries. Huh. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I hear good things about Japan. Like I said, if vehicles are made there, like Scotty, the one guy I listen to, he talks a lot good about Japan. Obviously, they got all the circuit board stuff, so I have no doubt. But like I said, of course, if those ones are still made in Japan, the circuit boards had problems, which is gonna happen. But geez, they were happening quite a bit for a while there. So I'm tired after installing a good handful of them. Says I like some things, but they could definitely change a few things on them. I agree. I don't think they took enough time and had the right installers help. Yeah. Isn't that kind of weird? Like, doesn't that always feel like that's across the board on everything? And like I said, it's got to come down to what I tell myself as I go. It's got to come down to money. You know what I mean? Because like I mean, I never had General Motors. I never had Ford. I never had Toyota. I never had Dodge call me. I never heard of anybody ever saying, like, "Oh yeah, they called me and asked me, what we could do better and how we can make things." And then, like I said, some of the stuff that gets built nowadays, And it's like, how does this even happen? You know, manager have never impressed me. Kind of dumb sometimes. Well, that was why, like, like I said, when I did the tour down at Wayne Dalton, even, and they had the guy that was the RD or whatever, and he's all like, oh, and he's showing me, and I was like, I wanted to just kind of grab him by the shoulder and let's go for a walk, let's talk. There's some things, and what are you doing to change it? And like I said, and over the years, it's one of those things. I've mentioned it to the salespeople. I've made complaints, and it's like, unless you're like the overhead door brand Ribbon, and you're threatening them, they don't listen. They don't care. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you're just whatever. Just buy another skid. You know, that's how it feels. So, all right, guys, I'm jumping off here. I appreciate it. If you got anything, shoot me a text, email. I got to jump though. I want to talk to somebody before I leave for the night. So have a good one.